Hi. I still feel very awkward in front of the camera, and I really can't get used to this, but we're gonna try to shoot a video. Hello everyone, I'm Hardanger Cosplay, and I go to a cosplay school, you could say. If you follow me on social media, you do probably know that I go to a school called Hardanger FHS, which is a 1-year program where you can learn, well, there are different things, but what I learn is cosplay. As it is a kind of foreign concept, not everyone really understands it completely, and I honestly didn't really know exactly what I was getting myself into before I enrolled at school. So because there's not that much info out everywhere about it, I thought I could make a little Q&A/FAQ video, because a lot of people do ask me questions about the school. So yeah, first question, how would a day schedule look like for you? Now, our schedules, in a week we have 6 days that we actually have a program, and then on Sundays we do whatever we want. Saturdays are a full day seminar with the other classes as well. We also have 2 days a week that are for elective courses, so that can be photography or music or volleyball or go for a walk. Well, a normal day is basically wake up, go to breakfast, have a morning assembly, and then we go to each our classes. In cosplay class, obviously, what we mainly do is make cosplay. We have our 2 amazing teachers that teach us everything we need to know to make any cosplay we want to make. And every now and then we also have seminars, and we have we get guests and people who teach us about specific parts of cosplay. So for example, we've had obsessive creative disorder just teach us about electronics and LEDs. We work on cosplay until dinner, which is always at 3 p.m. School ends at 3, but most of the cosplayers don't really get that memo, and we do spend a lot of time in the classroom. We just really enjoy being in the classroom. I think it has a very nice atmosphere, and obviously we want to work on our costumes because we need to get them done for our deadlines. Speaking of which, next question is there any deadline for making a cosplay? And the answer to that is really no. Just like any other time you make a cosplay, you decide your own deadlines. So if you want to make a cosplay for BonsaiCon or MCM, then you set that goal for yourself and you do that. But the teachers are not going to say you need to make a cosplay within this time frame. There are no grades or anything like that. You really just do you, and if you doing you results in you making 1 cosplay, half a cosplay, or 5 cosplays, doesn't matter. You just do what you want. Do you get enough money for fabric, or does one have to buy more with own money? Now, in the money that you pay the school to enroll at school, 5,000 of those are put aside for materials for yourself. So with those you can buy all the fabrics and all the craft foam and Warbler. Craft foam and Warbler they do actually have at the school, but you have to they have to budget it. You still have to buy the Warbler that they have there, but you don't have to wait for it to ship to you. Whether you have enough money or not really just depends on how expensive of a project you want to make. 5,000 should be enough to make most things, most cosplays. Favorite teacher? I have 2 teachers. There are multiple teachers, but my 2 teachers are both amazing and I love them so much, and I'm not gonna say any one of them is my favorite because I love them both. Just to elaborate a little bit on that note, the teachers we have are, there is Cosplay, who is just an amazing cosplayer, and they're so good at teaching us everything they know and really good at all sorts of areas within cosplay. So we've had performance workshops with them because they literally have been a judge and won at NCC. And then there's Mari, which is our mainly seam teacher. She's been here for a lot longer, and she definitely knows what she's doing when it comes to seam work and fabrics and everything. So you definitely learn a lot about the basics of sewing. I would not consider myself very good at sewing, but with her help it really does make a difference, because now I learn how to sew things actually, and not just this works, How was the school overall? Well, great. To me it was exactly what I needed, because I had no idea what I wanted to do next year after high school. I just didn't know at all what I wanted to do. So taking a year to just have fun and do what I love doing, I just really loved having this opportunity to just do exactly what I want for a year, make cosplays and get to know lots of new people, because I do get to meet a lot of new people all the time in the cosplay community, but getting to know them this well, people from all over the country, and getting to know them this well, that was something new to me, and I really do appreciate that, and I think it was awesome too. Yeah, I really do think I made some great friends that I will have for the rest of my life. Actually, multiple people in our class just started cosplay this year. There's no good or bad or veteran or anything, no bullshit like that, okay? We've had people start cosplay just now who have made amazing projects, their first cosplay. I wish I were them, because my first cosplay did not look like that. I really just love the community, and I love being able to work on something that I love for a year, being able to have a year that's school, but it doesn't feel very school-y. How is it living in the dorms? The dorms are mostly fine. There are 3 dorms, and they all kind of have their own different environments and people. Keep in mind always when it comes to living in dorms and living with multiple people and living with that many people, is that people are gonna be assholes, and that's just how it is. But really the best that you can do is just do your part. Do your dishes, clean when it's your turn to clean, do everything thoroughly, and nobody will be mad at you. Another one regarding the dorms is how big are our rooms, and how did you choose who lives together? Now, for the size of the rooms, I'm not actually certain if I don't have the measurements, but it's a pretty decent size. It's not very different. Actually, it's very similar to my room size, which is fine. Yeah, I do think it's a very decent size to be living in for a year. How we choose who lives together, really the school just piles people together. But I personally ended up with my roommate, Kissaten Cosplay. Wow! We both sent an email where we specified that we would prefer to be roommates. And they did. They followed through, so that's nice. Next question, are there cities nearby? Well, sort of. We do have this like little town area right by our school, which has a little grocery store and a bar and a cinema and a hair salon, and that's about it. And a hotel. There's also a hotel, which is way too fancy for that little of a place. It's so gorgeous in that area, but as you can imagine, civilization is kind of lacking. So there is a city about a 30-minute bus drive away. If you are gonna go to the city, you do need to like plan ahead, like when you're gonna go back, because if you miss that bus, then you might be stuck in the city till tomorrow. Price and what's included in the price. Now I'm gonna look that up actually. Hold up. So the price is at around 124,000 crowns, which may sound like a lot, but actually with the stuff that's included in the price, it's really not too bad. For 124,700 Norwegian crowns, we have the actual education, food, your room, toilet and shower access, and then there's the internet and the laundry, and all the trips we have had. You know, convention trips where we've gone to Bonsai Con, and we've also been to MCM London Comic Con, which was also incredible. I just came back from our 2-week-long trip to Japan. We're gonna have one little like ski / snowy adventures camping trip now very soon. Kawaii Con, and then there's Rome. So yeah, there's a lot of trips during this year. Speaking of how I was just in Japan, how was Japan? And do you go to Japan every year? Our school does go to Japan every year. It is actually part of the name. The name is Cosplay in Japan. So Japan is always included, and Japan was incredible. It was everything I expected and more. It was great. I will probably have made a Japan vlog / music video thing now, so you can check that out somewhere. I don't know if I can make links. I'll leave a little link down there. So, earrings from the Pokemon Center. I do not have holes in my ears, guys. In Japan was actual heaven, because the amount of clip-on earrings is... Japan. How is it with the curfew and also drinking rules? I know it varies a lot at different schools. We don't have a curfew per se. It's not like the teachers come to our rooms and check if we're in bed by 10. That's not it. But they do lock up the school and the classrooms at 11, and they do want you to be in your rooms around 11. We're not allowed to drink at campus, not at school or in the dorms. There is a bar in the nearby town area. When there's nothing else that happens on Saturdays, we are allowed to go down there and have a glass of wine or beer. I've only been there twice. Both times I just had a glass of white wine and it was great. I love my baby white wine. Who is the coolest in the class? Is this just fantasy? And how big is the daily intake of memes? All questions from Sahara Sarah Cosplay, thank you. Coolest person in the class, I don't really know. I can't really I don't really want to choose favorites, but it's definitely not Sahara Sarah Cosplay, and that's the one thing I can tell you. And the daily intake of memes is quite large. We do actually make a new inside joke like at least twice a week. This is my sweater for the school, which I wore to be very appropriate. Our cosplay logo, and this, which says Big Loser in Norwegian. Big Loser. Which is also another inside joke. And then the last question is, are you coming to Unicom Expo this year? And I can say yes, I am. But yes, I think that's everything. I've answered all the questions, I believe. If there are any more questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I will do my absolute best to provide you with the best answers. I want to start doing more vlogs and stuff, because I really do like that. I like talking to myself a little bit too much, actually. It's a little bit pathetic.